Mic check, test 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, please rise as we start our procession. Yat should the neshik a con high so craggy. I shall not ego lansos and go coy here yat con his honosonic con a ya. The heart chin con that is traggy being kitten hair craggy con a by here ill. So each and every one of you, thank you for being here. Welcome to Navajo Technical University. My name is Franklin Elliott, and I'm one of the professors of early childhood from the Chinle Instructional Site, and I'll be serving as your master of ceremony. Franklin Elliott Ayin Shia, Twohet Lini Ainsle, my desh Gizni, Bashes Chin Hachitni Dashacheto, but Ahne Dashanal, Ado look at a grade in the Hani, ya ad area, some mother of a jebel cashed inige. Chinlange Ultras and Aje Baltrida, Legesha Daltra. A coquet or yat en here edition, though here con his con not long get a con high so craggy. Other say could I should all could I nick a hot or lit or needing shake could I Nahashan instant non Hileshan Winston or Enlage a hot adologist. I'll be your MC for the ceremony. So at this time, I would like to call upon Wainomi Cook, who will be rendering the national anthem for us, and she's asking that we all face the flag at this time.
Yashodanoli Hayol Kalbeyete Badawini go at Danat Aiego Nihilini. No dos do besontes hos. Na pa yetraya. Bits awani yengo deinit. Nechit in the dahinde banelini. Ahol ago benanida. Bahadzida halonde. Eye be down see how sin. Tonecha das el tosinde. Oh, she a so pilsen go danat a whole ando Nihye kaya big eyagi kan hosham nas clean.
Please remain standing. I would like to call upon Cajun Cleveland, Miss Navajo Technical University, to provide us the invocation.
Kudei hojondole shamana hassan yadilkil shitka hayolkal nihodeg is nohotsoe charhail sisna jene to dildok o uslid de benitsa dilna o dilit ol shiche hasjeltke shiche hasjelwan yolka istan shama astana glehe shama nadal gayashki nadal tsuit ein Yode atas nig is altas tro alas chin tro biyaj kadadinas ki analt ani at sa nagai big hojon shagan has agi ba sin go adishne shagan hodes yel go shilya ahot akon inna ba hojon do bohonel gle shama do shaja shasik echo shilyat sariat hitis go Shijay Belhojon. Shinzik cansto shits easiat ayosin. Shagan hodes yelgo otkat beneshgle. Shagan hodes yelgo altone beneshgle. Altone yat ehi. Ba ahehinsin go adishne. Hojona haskli, hojona haskli, hojona haskli, hojona haskli.
You may all be seated now. I'd just like to say thank you to everybody listening on KCZY 107.3 radio. Thank you for tuning in and watching our commencement here and listening to it. And those of you that are joining us on YouTube live stream with our commencement ceremony. So we're not only just here in Crownpoint now, we are going worldwide. So this is being broadcast all around the world, and you're on camera, folks, so let's make sure you smile. And at this time, I would like to introduce our university president. I admire this individual because of his leadership and vision, the vision that he has for us, really looking at Navajo education and education for everybody else. So please welcome our university president, Dr. Elmer Guy, to give us the welcome address and recognition of dignitaries. Shania.
Thank you, Mr. Elliott. Aroyate, Shikedo Sidene, and Hano Yahagi, Bache Lido, Bache Winton Sago. She Trabahe, Don Enschle, Ado, my Deskizne Basses chain, Tohet Lenida, Dashanella, Toricini, Dasche, a core Tlashishik eda no da ko hot ele. Ajo gatla ko hik e le. So I just want to welcome each and every one of you to our winter 2021 commencement. We just did one for the certificates this morning, and we're now going to do the associate degrees in the Associate Applied Science and Associate of Arts that we have. I just want to say to the graduates that we're in this pandemic, so that's why we're divided our commencement into 3 sections today. And don't feel like you're the middle child, but you're the middle group today. So, the pandemic here started March 2020. And some of you probably started class at that time. And you made it, which is wonderful, staying safe. Although the courses you're taking may have changed a bit. We did quite a bit of in-person classes, and that changed us, how we deliver courses. And I'd like to really commend our faculty because they had to also change their way of teaching. We worked with them, and the pandemic hit during spring break at that time. And we had to extend the spring break for another week to give us time to figure out how we're going to continue to do online education. And my apologies to those students who stayed in the dorm. Navajo Nation told us to close down the dorm, and you guys and gals didn't come back to the dorm. And your belongings stayed there all semester, and some of you got it during the summer. So I just like to, appreciate what we've gone through with your cooperation. And it was not easy. It's not easy. We're still going through it. And we're being asked to wear our masks and social distance. And we're continuing to practice that. And I think it works because it has not really, didn't really spread here on our campus or any of our sites here, Chenli, Zuni, Kirtland, East Nazbus, our other sites. So I just want to, I'm really happy that you're able to finish today. And with the help of our faculty. A lot of times I think we kind of forget our faculty. We're very happy that they're here at NTU. They decided to teach at NTU at a tribal college. And they're very credentialed. They are credentialed in their fields of study. Many of them have their doctoral degrees. They have their appropriate certifications, which is required by a Higher Learning Commission. And so that's why we have those type of credentials with our faculty. I'd like to introduce to you our Board of Regent members that's with us this morning. Some of you may not have met them yet. Some of you, this might be the first time that I'm talking to you. Usually I would visit classrooms and get to know students. And because of the pandemic, I'm not really allowed to go into those classes. And so I miss that. I used to go visit what's going on in the classrooms and sit in and see some of your, what you're doing in classes, some of the research that we host here. And I really enjoy going to the math classes, and I see all these long formulas that they're figuring out, and sometimes I don't know what those formulas are. But you guys do. You guys are smart and very intelligent. And so you're young, beautiful, You got a lot going for you. So we have our Board of Regent member, Dr. Dolores Gray Eyes. She represents the Western Navajo from Kayenta. She works with the Navajo Public Safety Department, and you've probably seen in certain communities like here in Crownpoint and Chenley, the new courts, new jails that they're putting up. She's the one behind that. And they're really nice facilities. And then next to her, on her left, is Rosalind John. She represents Eastern Navajo. She's from Techiltra, New Mexico. And she works with the chapter government. And she used to be a council delegate representing her community. And she's on our board as well. And then we have Ms. Gloria Grant. Gloria represents Chinle or Central Navajo. And Gloria has an educational history working with Chinle Unified School District as a teacher all the way to associate superintendent. So we're happy that she's here with us. And you probably read about the visit from the White House, First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden. She came to visit Navajo, and Gloria was one of the people that met with First Lady. And so she welcomed her back. And then I don't remember what year it was, we had that Dr. Jill Biden as a commencement speaker here. And maybe she'll come back soon to visit us. And then we have our student Senate President, Ms. Chief, Jesselyn Chief, and she's going to be, she was our commencement speaker for the certificates this morning, a biology major. She'll be graduating with the next group at 2 p.m. today. Outstanding student, very smart, and she's going to continue on and maybe into the medical field. But she is certainly well prepared by our faculty, and she's going to be very successful, as many of you also will be very successful. And I'd just like to thank our Miss Ntu. First time I met her, and her relative, Speaker Morgan, Lawrence T. Morgan, is her uncle. And Mr. Morgan went to school here at NTU. And he was a council delegate and a speaker. So many of you could also be in those leadership positions or anything you want to become. So enjoy the holidays that are coming up. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. And stop by anytime to say hello. If you're going to join up with the Alumni Association, when you become a millionaire, be sure to drop us some money. It's important, and we'll give it as scholarships or whatever. So thank you very much. Congratulations. And your parents, your relatives that are here with you, thank you very much for giving them the support that they need. So yeah, for encouraging them, supporting them, loving them, and we love them as well. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. This is my job, keeping track of my brother here. Thank you, Dr. Guy, for those encouraging words. Always great to hear you, to see you and meet with you and giving us your speeches and everything and your guidance and leadership. So at this time, I would like to introduce to you our commencement speaker for the Associate's Degree Program. Another person of leadership that I have got to know and meet and have actually the honor and privilege to work with. Because I've heard about her, Dr. Bowman. It's like now I'm in the front line working with her, and I'm very happy about it. Very visionary as well of how our degree programs are going to be running. So I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Colleen Bowman. Kodo sen hits a hat zito let kodo idinta iltragia hasin sagoi oho ato not ani it linji a yebik a holnoto. Ba hen san she kodo ibel nationalisigis of Dr. Bowman.
Thank you, Mr. Elliott. Yat bine, are you all awake? Good morning, faculty, staff, administrators, President Guy, Board of Regents, all the friends and the families that have joined together to celebrate this day. In honor of all of you sitting in front of me, this day is about you and your accomplishment to earn an associate degree. I want to thank all of you for being present here, present in this moment. She Dr. Colleen Bowman dashajane, nasht ejanin shle tachini bashichin, tatnastanis are my chays and batatnis are my nullies, and that's how I'm known as a Navajo woman, and I am from Shiprock by way of Tohatchee. So graduates, today represents one of the many, many milestones that you will have in your lives. From high school, each of you traveled on and decided to earn an associate's degree. You earned it. You earned it in a field of your respective field of study, something that you chose to learn. So you may have asked yourself multiple times during the past years, what was I thinking? Why am I doing this? Can I do this? Do I even want to finish? And when will I finish? Those are all the kinds of questions that scholars throughout the ages ask themselves. We all go through this. We all experience those times. But it's the times that I want you to think about that you actually have a positive outcome. And the questions, not even the questions, the statements that you make to yourselves. At some point in your career, perhaps it was this semester, perhaps it was the second semester, you said to yourself, I got it. Now I get it. Now I understand what they're telling me. So what else can I learn? What are the things that are going to help me in my field of study? Are there places I can go, experiences that I can have that can enrich my learning? You start saying those things to yourself and feeding yourselves the positive energy, those positive thoughts. I think as Navajo people, we're very, very fortunate to be able to have concepts of harmony, hojon, all of those kinds of tenets that you can't really wrap your minds around in English, what it means, how to define it. But you're fortunate to have that. So hang on to those things. This experience that you just went through is a stepping stone. It's not the end. It's a stepping stone to either a bachelor's degree, which I would strongly encourage you to challenge yourselves to go to, pick that field of study and keep going. Or it's also the stepping stone that helps you prove to your current employer or a future employer the importance and value that you bring to the place of work. So those kinds of things are characteristics that the rest of the world is looking for. You know, and as I thought about this, what I would talk to you about today, I thought about our Ntu Core Values. And I think that's important for you to know, that you learn those core values, whether you knew them or not. They were being taught and modeled to you, and you began to embrace those. The first one, learning. To earn a degree is to have a tenacious spirit. Tenacity means you never give up. You will not allow yourself to give up. You always find the resources to keep going until you reach that goal that you set for yourself. That's valuable in life because, as we all know, life is very difficult. As we start thinking about another tenet, innovation. You possess an inquisitive mind. That is very important because you question and you search for understanding, and more importantly, you find the answers. Find the answers to improve the status quo. You're not satisfied by the way it looks right now. You know it can be better. That is important. The Navajo Nation desperately needs young people like you to create, to improve, and to innovate for our future. While you continue to hold on to the Diné philosophical foundations that we have, this institution is founded on Diné philosophy of education, but I say it's the Diné philosophies of life. These are the tenets that we must carry with us, uncompromising those teachings. So as you go forward, whether you're on the job, whether you're going back to school, you need to make sure you don't leave your Diné philosophies and you as a Diné person behind. You make sure you take that with you. Communication is another one of the tenets. As part of your experience here at NTU, each of you learned how to communicate in multiple ways, either through written papers, words on paper, or oral presentations in front of your peers. And just recently in a meeting, I kind of chuckled to myself because we also learned in this pandemic another way of communicating. We no longer can point with our lips, so we're using our head, we're looking around using our eyes, and so we're learning and adapting in this crazy environment that we're existing in today. I encourage you to continue to improve the ways with which you communicate positively in the world. Collaboration is another one of our tenets. Every class that you participated in required some level of collaboration to share your learning and create understanding with yourself and your peers. It's an invaluable skill that you will have in the world of work and as you continue to achieve more elevated academic degrees. It will make the difference in your success. Integrity. Each of you must continue to uphold the highest standards for yourselves, to be ethical, to be caring, to be compassionate, and to be honest. Your integrity is perhaps the one personality trait that matters the most. It is the measure of who you are in this world. And that's something that is so important to make sure that you hold tight to. Respect. As a member of the NTU community, we see your gifts, your talents, and unique contributions because you helped to build and create and shape this place of learning, this space of being. You're taking that uniqueness of yourselves into the world, and your conduct and your application of what you learned in your academic field will be a model to others, seen and unseen. You may not know that there are people watching what you do, where you go, and how you conduct yourself. Are you a person of respect? Somebody who values respect and honor of self and of others. And the last tenet is research. The degree you earned as an associate degree program, it's important as your professors shared the very best of their knowledge with you so that you're able to create a good life for yourself. Each of you learned something important at some point in your academic career about researching, skills of researching. When you started on your path, you looked in books and you figured out, you looked at the market, you saw what kind of jobs there were, what interests you. That's research. You researched those. Those were skills. And every one of you at some point in your career went to the library, looking, searching, researching a topic, a problem, an issue, and trying to uncover different ways to explore solutions. The ability to research will continue to be important in life because when you don't completely understand something, you have to do the research. This is going to be important for you when you go to buy a car, when you go buy a house. You don't want to just lay down your money for the first thing that comes along. The research comes into play. When you decide to return to school, you're going to research, and I'll tell you, you're going to find that this place is the best place for education to be happening for you, so you can return. The NTU Core Values, they are now a part of you. They were developed as the university's way to help you begin within. We've all heard that. It all begins from within. Take them with you and remember that as a Navajo Technical Skyhawk, there are endless possibilities for you. So in closing, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, my fellow administrators and myself, we are so very proud of your accomplishments. And to you, family, they could not have done this without you. You are the foundation for students to be successful. So I want to acknowledge and appreciate you. I shared with the Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Wheeler, I sat in my office and I shed a few tears. I thought about the futures that you will have. They are going to be brilliant because you got your education here. And this place honors you. It honors me. And so that's really important for you to remember. And you always have a home here. When people talk about graduating from the university, their alma mater, this is your alma mater. This is your home. And I agree with Dr. Guy. When you become brilliant people in the universe and you have money in your pockets, don't forget where you started, because there are other students that are walking behind you that are going to need that hand up, not a handout. So that's important for you to remember. So with that, fall graduates of Navajo Technical University with associate degrees, I applaud you and I congratulate you. Much success in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Dr. Bowman, for your encouraging words. Heartfelt words, very, very crucial, very, very important. At this point in time, we're going to be moving into our presentation of degrees. So, Board of Regents, please rise. At this time, I'm also going to be introducing my little brother over here, Kyler Frank, and Cheryl Latine, who will be assisting me in the calling of the names. I've made a mistake last time, so they're going to be name calling. It's the calling of names. That's the correct way. It's like, they're going to be name calling names. That's just me, early childhood background, the crazy side of life. Okay. So before we move into the presentation of degrees, now that we got our regents standing and in honor of it, I would just like to also introduce and recognize an individual within our presence that we owe a lot of thank you to, with her team and what she has done for a lot of us as Navajo students and Navajo graduates and Navajo professionals. Please recognize Ms. Rose Graham for us. Her and her team are the ones that have control and manage our Navajo Nation Scholarship Program. She's the lady behind the curtain, the lady behind the show. So yeah, Rose, even for me, thank you for all the support that you've given me for my education career development. All right. Let's move on for the main thing that we came here for. So at this time, I would like to call upon the Associates of Applied Science degree recipients. So the candidates for accounting, please come forward.
Rick Rochester. Candice Spencer, Accounting, Coyote Canyon, Todachini, Law, Copan, Yashin, Tachini, A. Dabache, Kindlachini, A. Dabanella. Charlene Ignacio Yazi, Rough Rock, Arizona, Nakaidnen Lon on Ejitachini, Yashin, Lasche, A. Dabache, Tinachini, A. Dabanella.
The candidates for Administrative Office Specialists, please come forward.
Brittany Charles, Administrative Office Specialist, Crownpoint, New Mexico. Tachini, Law, Kiani, Yashin, Tina Bitney, A. Dabache, Nakaidne, A. Dabanella. Other candidates for receiving their Associates of Applied Science degree are Geraldine Slim, Gloria Lynn So, Kathy Ann Wagner.
Candidates for Automotive Technology, please come forward.
Lyle Billy, Clagto, Arizona. Todachini, Lord, Kiani, Yashin, Totsotni, Dabache, Ashin, Dabanella.
Candidates for Chemical Engineering, please come forward.
What's the first two? Okay.
Samantha Francis.
Who was it? Samantha Francis, Chinle, Arizona. Raylan Talsalt, Hard Rock, Arizona. Nakaidnen Lord, Nanishtaja de Yashin, Chisha A. Dabache, Ashche A. Dabanella.
Candidates for Culinary Arts, please come forward.
Jonathan Wyatt Enrico, Crownpoint, New Mexico. Instructor is Walter Cloud.
Candidate for Energy Systems, please come forward.
Darian Long, Crownpoint, New Mexico.
Candidate for Engineering Technology, please come forward.
Lanson Joe, Greasewood, Arizona. Nanishtaja Tachini, Lord, Kiani, Yashin, Altoy, Dena A. Dabache, Kindlachini, A. Dabanella.
Candidate for Geographic Information System, please come forward.
Lane Robin Singer, Geographical Information Technology, Waco, Arizona, Tachini Lord, Azatlana Yashin, Todachini Edabache, Kindlichini Edabanala.
Candidates for Information Technology Technician, please come forward.
Thomas Nimrod, Monument Valley, Azatlana and Law, Kadizani Yashin, Todachini Dabache, look at the Edabanala. Shane Benali, Ganado, Arizona, also is a candidate for Information Technology Technician.
Candidate for Law Advocate, please come forward.
Shelby Lane Thomas, Many Farms, Arizona. Ashihin Lord Kachi de Ashin, Kalizani Dabache, Ashin A Dabanala.
Candidates for Professional Baking, please come forward.
Go up. Christopher Tinagini, Shiprock, New Mexico. Touching Lord, Kiani Yashin, Ashkan Zoe Dabache, My Dash Gizni Dabanala. Rachel Saunders, Professional Baking, Gallup, New Mexico. Ashin Tinajini A in law, Ashin Yashin, Nakaidne, Dabanala, Chisha A Dabanala, Dabache.
Candidates for Public Administration, please come forward.
Shirley Long, Tea, New Mexico. Not Otena and Long. Zetlana A. Yashin, Tina Gini A. Dabache, Hatsoidina A. Dabanala. Candice Whitman, Continental Divide, New Mexico. Kiani Lon, Natlana Dina Yashin, Ashin A. Dabache, Hatsoidina A. Dabanala.
Associates of Arts degree with the candidates for counseling, crisis management, and suicide prevention, please come forward.
Luvanina Alana Sosi. Kotlakai, New Mexico. Tena building Lord. Sanjikine Yaschin. Ashin Dabache. Kobai Dabanala. Dylan Lindholm. Saltwater Springs, Arizona. The Butler's then Lord. German, Yaschin. Asche A Dabache. Huron A Dabanala. Okay. Kathleen Long, Rock Springs, New Mexico. Not Otine, Tachini, Lord, Zetlatni, Eyashin, Sinajini, Dabache, Halsoidine, A Dabanala. An instructor for the program is Dr. Diana Decoleto Mullet.
Candidates for the counseling, substance abuse disorder, please come forward.
Dylan's paper.
Dylan Lindholm.
Dylan Lindholm. Dylan Lindholm, Saltwater Springs, Arizona. The Bethlehem Yashin, Nle, German Yashin, Red Bottom, Tetlashe A Yahadesh Dabache, Huron A Dabanala. Joshua Longhat, Zuni, New Mexico, Dogwood Clan. Other candidates are Kathleen Jane Long, Rock Springs, New Mexico.
Candidate for general studies, please come forward.
Christina Pete, Jedito, Arizona. Tachi din lo kia ani yashin. Tobai dabache. Tobai dabanala.
Associates of Science degree. Candidates for computer science, please come forward.
Matthew Garrett Ellison, Manuelito, New Mexico. Chishin Law, Hatsoib, Yashin, Kia ani eda bache. Bitani eda banala. Instructor for the program is Mr. Frank Stomp. Dr. Frank Stomp.
Candidates for mathematics, please come forward.
Roxanne Manuelito. Tohanin lo kiani yashin todichini e dabache. Wanagani e dabanala. Instructor for the program was Jose Vanguardia.
Graduates, please rise. We've come to a point where learning occurs, learning happens. Acquisition of knowledge, the development of knowledge, even in our own Navajo traditional practice. It comes to a point where a confirmation needs to happen. Kwe alzihigishin kwe oho hashin tsago e adetahoj dil kwe hansakes khanne kwe inna behadadet edo lehigijoti biniye kwe Dr. Dolores Grayeyes kodosheya in the asinto leh. At this time, I'd like to call upon Dr. Dolores Grayeyes to come and confer our graduates for us.
Yeah. Yat eto Joshua Eji. Todich in Slon to Hanabashin. Arodana, but Hanagani e Dashanalado, she hate Dashichi. A coco, DJ, Yaha, Shalchane. And so Zanigi Hashin Sagon Akun Zachin Hina Nish Osla by Hehasan. We're very thankful to you because we need you out on the workforce for the Navajo Nation and many other positions. Akoko DJ ya Johnny Dehosan Adoshi Nastolih. President Dr. Elmer J. Guy, member of Board of Regents of the Navajo Technical University, and I have the honor to present the candidates for Associates of Arts and Associates of Applied Science degrees. Having met the requirements for the degrees as required, Navajo Technical University considers these individuals for the degrees as presented. By virtue of the authority granted by the Navajo Nation, vested in the Board of Regents of the Navajo Technical University, I hereby confer your degrees and declare you fully entitled to all rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. Graduates, please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations! Awesome. Cool. You may be seated. That's coming from the early childhood environment. You just say like, sit, all hand gestures. We sing, we dance, we do crazy stuff in early childhood. You know, that's one of the things I would like to really recognize at this time is think back all the way back to your preschool teachers. Kindergarten teachers. For mine, it was Miss Teresa Cadelti. I was the crazy, naughty child at that time. Put a rubber snake in her desk and scared the woman half to death. Interesting when we look at education, because right now we bestowed you with your education. You've learned, you acquired, you're developing it now. Now it is yours. Your knowledge is yours, and no matter what the world turns into, who you come across, this knowledge is yours. Thank you to all the professors here. Thank you to the adjuncts. Thank you to the preschool teachers, kindergarten, elementary, junior high, high school teachers. This is your work of art here. To the graduates, on behalf of myself, my colleagues, my administrators, and my board here, and on behalf of your parents, Ahiye, thank you to each and every one of you. Prayers have been answered. Struggles we've overcome. Challenges are coming, but it's going to be us, you, that will take on the reins to make social change for all of us, to make this a better world that we live in. So Ahiye and Sago. So the asla no zinago hashin sago eta tautos. Eshin beta not edo nasa ibenano katodles be ya inhe inna. Bite not katodles. Ben je soda zinaz ladodles, be sochten sitte not zindodles. Eshin bin yahot aikon. He credo hot ein hitch des zin son kodo. Ada kodo shen to the zin belch in the net or lechkan. At this time, I would like to call upon Deanne James to give us the benediction at this time.
Good afternoon, everybody. Congratulations, graduates. Parents, thank you. Staff, faculty, instructors, thank you as well. Would everyone please stand, remove your hats. Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for your many blessings. We thank you for each graduate. We ask that you just continue to bless them, guide them, and lead them, whether they enter the work world or continue their education. We just ask that you continue to bless each and every one of us. We ask you that you be with us as we go our ways, and we ask that you continue to be here with us and guide us and lead us. And we thank you, and we pray all of this in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Thank you. All right. So we're moving into our recessional now. Please make room for each other. Keep social distance a main part of our lives right now as we move through.